Marcus Rashford recently gave a big interview to the Rest is Football with Gary Lineker, Shearer, and Micah Richards, sharing his first impressions of Barcelona. So here's a look at how the new signing is settling into the city, the squad, and what his day-to-day life here is shaping up to be. So get comfortable, grab something tasty, we're about to begin. Before we start, as always, I'll ask you to support this video with a like. My team and I work hard for you. Thank you. Marcus Rashford arrived in Barcelona on the 20th of July, and the first days were filled with smiles and a taste of the local cuisine. He was welcomed with a private dinner at the Mar restaurant, priced at £156 per person, with 18 guests attending. The menu included tuna, prawns, crab cannelloni, and mangueras beans from Santa Pau, followed by Wagyu beef, Galician blonde veal, and the restaurant's well-known cheesecake. According to El Periodico, the evening ended with photos. Rashford and club president Laporta posing alongside the chefs, waiters, and sommeliers. From there, his adaptation moved quickly. At first, Rashford stayed in a hotel on the edge of the city, the name kept secret for his privacy. It didn't take long for him to settle into the team environment. The players who took the star signing under their wing were Frenkie de Jong and Jules Koundé. Although the main language spoken in the Barcelona dressing room is Spanish, Frenkie de Jong, the multilingual Dutchman, is one of the players who's helping to translate for Rashford when needed, wrote The Times journalist Paul Hurst. Rashford used the Duolingo app over the summer to improve his Spanish, and since moving to Catalonia, he's been taking in-person lessons arranged by the club. I've had a couple of lessons, but to be fair, I'm going to get more consistent lessons and just try it that way, Rashford said. I tried a little bit on Duolingo and stuff, but then when I started my first proper lesson, it was different. Marcus did not arrive in Barcelona alone. At first, he was joined by his two brothers, Dwayne Maynard and Dane Rashford. Dwayne is Marcus's agent and handles his professional affairs. Dane, another older brother, also works as an agent, and together they run the sports management agency DN May Sports Management. Marcus also has two sisters, Chantel and Claire, and a half-sister, Tamara, on his father's side. He was raised by his single mother, Melanie Maynard, while his father, Robert Rashford, was less involved in his life. This is his closest circle of support. The transfer was also facilitated by Simon Lee, hired by Marcus's brothers to handle the financial side of the move. Lee has previously worked with Premier League clubs, sports stars, and even entire nations, providing financial advice and analysis. Family support is important in a new city, but for Rashford, another key figure has been by his side. Marcus has rekindled his relationship with Lucia Loy, his longtime partner. She was by his side when he signed his contract with Barça. They were also together during the photoshoot before the official presentation as a new Barça player at the Estadio Johan Cruyff. She took his photo, then moved behind him to take another, seemingly checking his shirt before the ex-Manchester United man posed next to a traditional red British phone box. According to The Sun, Rashford asked Lucia, who works in PR, to help him settle into life in Barcelona so he can fully focus on football. The pair had stayed in touch even after calling off their engagement in 2022 and have recently grown closer again. Sources describe Lucia as sensible, supportive, and someone who keeps him grounded. That can really be helpful as Rashford adapts to his new surroundings. Speaking about his move, Rashford said, "I'm very happy. This is a club where dreams come true. Here I feel at home, and that was a big factor in my decision. It's a family club where everyone feels comfortable." For Barcelona, having this important person in his life alongside him could make a difference. In recent years at Manchester United, Rashford's personal life often drew media attention, with reports suggesting it sometimes affected his discipline and daily routine. That's why having Lucia back in his life could be the key, helping him stay sharp, keep his focus, and bring back the Rashford everyone wants to see in Barcelona. Lucia Loy may prove just as important to Rashford's success in Barcelona as Hansi Flick. The two have known each other for more than a decade, first meeting at Ashton and Mercy School in Manchester, where Rashford studied while in the United Academy. She was there when he made his first team debut in February 2016, a Europa League match against Midtjylland where he scored twice. The couple split in 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic, but reunited the following year. In February 2022, they appeared together at the Rooney documentary premiere, and 3 months later, Rashford proposed at Catalonia, presenting a £250,000 engagement ring. Lucia, who graduated with first-class honors in advertising and brand management, was often seen in the stands at Old Trafford. In June 2023, rumors of a split emerged after Marcus was seen with model Courtney Caldwell, but by November, they were spotted together again. After nearly 2 years apart, they are back together, and that's great news. When Gary Lineker, the only other Englishman to play for Barça in the modern era, asked if he'd like to stay long-term, Rashford replied, 100% yes. He explained that for him, success means growth. The club went through difficult times but stayed true to its principles and turned a large group of young players into a driving force for success. If I can bring my own qualities into a winning team, it's going to be a really positive year. Marcus admitted he was initially a bit nervous about how he'd be received but settled in quickly. It's a fresh feeling. When you have it, you're ready for big things. This is the perfect environment for success. The past is behind us. It's about what we do this year. He added that he wouldn't have come if he wasn't confident he could play regularly. Last week, he scored his first goal for the club in a preseason friendly against Korean side Daegu. Honestly, it's a completely different level of atmosphere. In the dressing room, there's young talent absolutely desperate to win. You step onto the training pitch and see Pedri, just 22 or 23, controlling the game at his own tempo, dictating everything, and you just want to match that rhythm. Here, everyone knows exactly what to do with the ball. Every movement is thought through. He stressed that Barca style forces you to think differently. The intensity here is incredible. It's not just about running. You have to constantly work with the ball, keep the tempo, change direction. After every season, I was completely exhausted. The Asian tour was especially tough. The heat, the humidity, and still keeping up with that high-speed football. Now let's talk about the salary. According to Sports Illustrated, Rashford agreed to a pay cut, around 10 million euros gross per season, down from about 16.9 million pounds a year at United. This shows his strong desire to play for Barcelona, with money taking a back seat. He and his close circle are currently looking for a house in the city, and so far, nothing has leaked to the media. Now let's talk about the car. Marcus drives a club-sponsored Cupra worth £25,000, having sold his £450,000 Lamborghini after a driving ban. A Cupra is far less likely to scorch the road. Most models top out at 155 miles per hour. Still fast, but nothing compared to the Lamborghini's blistering 217 miles per hour. I'm very happy. This is a club where dreams come true. What the club stands for means a lot to me. I aim to make decisive actions, play fast and dynamically. I've always loved good football, and since childhood I've been a fan of Barcelona. It will be a joy to play here, and I'll enjoy every minute, Marcus said on the first day. And that's exactly the goal, to enjoy every minute of life in Barcelona. And I hope you will. If you want to wish Marcus all the best, hit the like button and share your predictions for his performance this season in the comments. Subscribe to the channel and also check out our other project, Yamin Lamal, where we post great videos, including one about an incredible club in Iceland that lives just a few kilometers from a huge volcanic system. I've seen it, and it's a wow. Watch it now. Thank you for listening. See you next time.